That way I can go into the room. Not yet. Click. There it is. Oh, wow, look, we're live and stuff. Let me say hi to the room. Hi, room.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, world.
No. Carol, we're 3 seconds in and you've featured a cat.
Nice.
Well,
Lucy just walked
my
in
name
too.
to Carol and likely a cat at some point.
I noticed.
She's being incredibly needy today.
Eh. Oh, yeah, we are recording. Okay, that's good. We are recording. Yay.
Lucy just came in, then closed the door.
Oh, you're about to get cut, man.
What's up?
It's on.
Little velvet gremlin.
It's on.
I've done the last word and everything, you know.
All right. So does everybody remember how you get to hear stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to do
Ears.
the thingy.
Well, everybody's the tabs up at the top. You just got to click on
Should be on
Flynn's screen.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I think that's working.
Well, let's test it.
I can hear.
Yep.
Yay. Cool.
All right. Whenever you are ready.
Cool, let's make it happen.
Let's do the thing.
Happy Halloween, ladies. It's GRD Sweekly. Hi, everybody.
Wait, Halloween. I mean,
Hey.
don't get me wrong.
Come on. Look, it's been Halloween since August. So
Last Halloween?
Well, essentially. Some of us live the life.
Especially since we all made it through the rapture. Well done, all of us,
Hey,
for being
congratulations, everybody.
sinners.
Way to be good sinners. Happy National Comic Book Day, everyone. Yay.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yay.
And it's weird
I
how
thought that was May the 4th.
No, that's the day they celebrate it. You know how they do that with holidays.
That's free
the
comic
actual
book
day.
day, right? Oh.
Within the day. So hi, welcome to GRD Weekly episode number. He's telling you.
Okay.
346.
There you go. The folks that are bringing things to you tonight, the lady who gets the attention at the farmer's market, that there's the posters.
You still want to show me your cucumber?
The woman who asked the very tough questions is Carol the cat.
What's yodeling got to do with it?
No idea. The man who sometimes doesn't feel the love of podcasting trade secret.
I'm totally unappreciated in my time.
And I'm the guy who gets a little introspective. I'm the wonderful Billy Flynn.
I just keep losing. I mean, some people just supposed to lose for balance in the universe.
Balance, baby. What happened, Joe?
Oh, Terry, before you begin, I would just like to say that Dr. PRS here, ladies and gentlemen, with your geek medical update. Remember, acetaminophen is fine to take. Just don't stare at eclipses, don't get bleach in your lungs, and don't shove a light bulb up your ass. The more you know.
I see the minnow fin.
So that begs the question. Would it light up if Uncle Fester shoved the light bulb up his ass?
Well, I know what I'm going to try at my next birthday. Hey-o!
Hey, Fred Armisen, come on, help us out here.
Well, speaking of my Giggis week, we did finish watching Wednesday.
We did!
Season 2, and it was
those-
delightful, of course, and lots of fun cameos. And yeah, Fred Armisen was pretty brilliant in that.
God, he
You know,
kills it as
I
Fester,
think
man.
that in some instances, the ability to forget who the actor is temporarily, is especially with somebody like that who has such a iconic face and like speech pattern and everything.
Because he doesn't really look like himself at all when he's Fester. He doesn't.
No, and every now and then I just forget and then remember, and it's like, okay, that was a great performance, and he is just wild.
That's fine. Catherine
probably my
Zeta-Jones doesn't
favorite.
really look like Morticia to me, so
Yeah,
she's great. Just
but I mean,
it's
the
part of
episode
Angelica Houston out of your head.
where Wednesday and Enid switch bodies, that was fun.
I'm the Wednesday you wanted.
But the dance moves, but she's literally allergic to color.
Oh, it's lovely. Lovely.
Incidentally-
Pugsley and the whole thing, yeah.
Incidentally, the Wednesday and Enid cereals that they have are actually quite good.
Are
The
they?
Wednesday cereal is cookies and cream, and the Enid is confetti cake, which is like a birthday cake. They're
Oh,
actually quite
God.
Sounds
Don't
very
like birthday
sweet.
cake flavors.
Oh, God, I
God.
love it.
I'm gonna have to
Okay.
try. I'm gonna have to try Wednesdays because I haven't been able to find any Count Chocula yet.
Count Chocula keeps selling out. Incidentally, the Wicked cereal, I like the caramel apple. Of a cereal too.
It's not just
I
Apple
went on a
Jacks.
cereal buying kick.
Did you eat a lot so you're a serial killer?
Hey now.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a
Hack
serial
the
killer.
planet. Oh, sorry, wrong move.
So yeah, we watched Wednesday. That was pretty great. We also finished Star Trek: Strange New Worlds.
Yes, we
Finally got
did.
the last couple of episodes to work. I had
Yes.
to like play the episode on my phone and then
And
mirror
stream that to the
cast
TV.
it to the phone to the TV because something was not working with our secret server thingy.
It would only play on the
So,
phone. It would not
yeah.
play. It would not actually stream. You could connect it, and it would be connected, but it would not play. But it would only
which
play
is
on the
usually the opposite way around. It won't play on the phone. It'll only play on the streaming.
Exactly.
But yeah, so but I
Not this time.
calmly troubleshooted until I figured out a way to at least make it work without having to temporarily get another Paramount Plus with a burner email account. So yeah. But that show, oh wow, right? And like there were some episodes that were a little off the rails, but it all came full circle and really kind of challenged the way you think about time and cause and effect and all of that. It was just, and in the episode at the end, you all are all caught up, those of you who watch it, right? Where we were the ones who were behind, where
Yes.
they live a whole life
Mm-hmm.
in that episode and then
Yeah.
go back. It reminded me of the one where Picard and the
Mhm.
flute,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So it was just like,
Yeah.
and it was just so well done. And you know, good for him that like he first of all, well, he's going to be messed up for a while. Like the trauma from all of that is really going to mess with him. But he did get to live a whole, full, healthy, able-bodied life from start to finish, knowing full well that that was not his destiny. So it
Yeah.
is just, wow, that show just was gold.
They had all
Good
the
stuff.
times when he had like the flu and pooping, right? I mean, you gotta assume they did.
Yeah, they did
You
skip
got to make it real.
most of that
Got to make it
crap.
real.
Yeah.
But that was yeah, it was very good and enjoyable, and I'm glad that that show will be continuing.
Mhm.
I also watch my silly dumb women shows or whatever, but like
Women
Outlander,
shows.
Blood of My Blood. Well, they're kind of softcore porn. Like some of the shows
They
I'm
are.
watching are definitely
They are.
softcore.
They
But
absolutely
Blood of
are.
My Blood, Outlander, and the absolute train wreck that is The Hunting Wives. It is just a ridiculous show that every episode just gets more and more wild, and they're all having sex with each other, and it is just wild. It is a wild, wild show.
Huh.
And
Maybe I
then
should check that out.
we also started watching. Well, it has what's her name from what was her name from the Watchmen movie, Malin something.
Malin Ackerman.
Ackerman.
Oh, Malin
And
Ackerman.
she still looks really good for 47.
Is she naked in the show?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Are
Then
they
I'll be
playing
watching
that
the show.
stupid Hallelujah song, the wrong version of the goddamn song?
Absolutely.
behind
They
it.
are not. No,
Okay,
they
I'm
are
in.
not.
If you were with her,
Yeah,
you would be
2
singing
for 2.
Hallelujah as well.
I
okay?
would too, but I wouldn't be doing Hallelujah, Hallelujah.
That's not how it goes, sir.
And she's like bi or pan or something because she basically F's everyone on the whole show.
Then yes, I have to watch this show now.
Hunting Wives. It's terrible though. It's so terrible. It takes place in Texas. It's so Texas.
If she's naked, it can't be terrible.
And then speaking of naked people, we watched Peacemaker, but just
Yep.
the first episode, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Did we see the
I-
first two?
First 2, I think, yeah.
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 But
So much doll.
yeah, because you forget, like I forget, I'm like, oh, Peacemaker, I'm in the mood for a show that's really kind of messed up. That show is so messed up.
Oh,
And it's
messed up.
funny and you're laughing, but at the same time, it's also like so. After we watched the first couple episodes, I was like, we need a palate cleanse. Like, I can't watch too much of that show in a row, or I like lose my faith in humanity. So, yeah. Nathan Fillion is Green Lantern. I mean, like everybody in that show is just so messed up. But John Cena is gold. He's
Yeah.
so great in that show. So our palate cleanse that we watched. Did we watch 2 episodes or just one episode?
Only
We
one.
only
Because
watched
you
one
go to bed.
episode, but we've also started Only Murders in the Building.
Kicked off the
which
new
is always
season.
Oh,
charming
I
and
got it.
lighthearted and fun, but like, yeah, wow, secrets already revealed
I gotta-
in the first.
Right?
gotta check that out. Oh,
episode. And I always love when, like a typical mystery trope, like we used to do these things all the time with Mel, where if you used a red light or like a red clear piece of cellophane, then you could see the hidden like message in a piece of paper or
Love
whatever.
those.
And this happens in the episode, but he looks through red wine, and then
Duh.
and
Look,
then
see what you
it
see?
sees the clue through the red wine. And I was like, oh, that's brilliant, right? That was great. I hadn't really seen that done before in a kind of whodunit scenario, but
Only on the
it is
back
just
of
campy
Transformers
and
packaging
over
back
the
in the
top
80s.
and totally fun. Totally fun. Only Murders in the Building. I don't know. There's probably like 50 million other things. I am exhausted. Motherhood is not for the weak, y'all. And that has been my geeky week.
Cool.
Oh, I got to tour. Hold on. I got to tour a data center today. That was actually
you go.
quite interesting.
Huh?
We were
Oh, cool.
inside of a
That's
data
geeky.
center, so yeah, so it was pretty geeky. There were so many servers and so many cables and so much electricity, and it wasn't cold. You'd think it would be cold, but they actually have it where the air blows right up in front of the server racks and only around the server racks. So the rooms themselves are not really that cold, but they're cooling the server racks themselves, and it was actually pretty cool to kind of see and like learn about the data center. So
To
they're not
understand what
loud.
you
They're not really that, big of a deal. I don't know. A lot of people don't want them around, but they're good for business too when you work for the power company.
So to understand what you said, they're blowing the servers. Got you. Okay, cool.
I thought I saw one of those too. Turns out it was Brent Spiner's colonoscopy.
Hey now.
But I was like, oh, which one of these buildings is completely dedicated to pictures of my dog?
Yeah.
You were in the cloud?
Right?
Yeah.
I was in the cloud, y'all.
Selfie
Yes.
with the cloud.
That-
Bucket list.
Well,
Bucket
no,
list
because you
moment.
couldn't take pictures. You
No,
couldn't take
no.
pictures. But it was actually funny because I had a very not tech savvy coworker in one of my previous jobs ask me, Terry, can you please, like, what is the cloud? Where is the cloud? And I was like, it's in Northern Virginia. It's in Loudoun County. You go to this warehouse full of servers. That is the cloud. He was
cloud.
very disappointed, but
Did
that
you-
is the cloud.
Did you basically just show them the episode of The Internet from the IT crowd?
Oh.
That was a good one.
Oh.
Yeah. But it was very, very interesting. So I know a lot more about data centers now than I probably ever
Yay.
wanted to know. But you know me, I'm a total nerd. I'm always asking questions, and like I love a good tour. Like if only there was a job where I could go on field trips to places as my only job, that'd be great.
Isn't that
There
a
is actually
bus driver?
at my work. There's this program we have called the Circuit Tour, where you go around. So you need like one from renewable energy, and one from a regular power plant, and one from cybersecurity, and one for these like 6 different things. And you get this badge and you put stickers on it. But there is a person who coordinates that program who literally goes on tours all the time. So when she retires or whatever,
Make it happen.
that'll
Make
be
it
next
happen.
goal.
Hey.
But we'll see. Anyway,
Oh.
for real now. Sorry for the fake out. That has been my geeky sweep.
And by the way, we'll let you know if the door behind you starts to open in your paranormal activity camera lighting
I know.
and whatnot.
That's kind of look like paranormal activity.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
It's hot. But yes, no, it would be pretty creepy if the door just like opened behind me. But I do have a dog and a child, so any one of them could decide to come in. But I'm not turning the lights on for anybody because it's hot.
No,
Okay.
too
Okay.
hot there.
Well, I'll go next. TV wise, I'm continuing with Alien Earth, and I'm not loving it as much as everybody else, but I'm liking it enough to keep with it.
Hopefully
And of course,
soon.
I love my xenomorphs. So
Yeah.
I love my
anytime
Tim
I can
Oliphant.
see a xenomorph. Yeah, and the eyeball creature grew on me.
Right? Hopefully get the spinoff.
Kind of like you did with the cat. Am I right?
Kind of like it did with the
in
sheep.
the-
You mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, eyeball sheep was my favorite character for a while until it became eyeball dead man.
Oh.
It's a pretty gross show, but I kind of like it. Also continuing with Peacemaker, and because I couldn't get enough with screwed up psychological shows, I started a rewatch of BoJack Horseman.
Oh,
So
okay.
I love BoJack Horseman. I think BoJack Horseman is an incredibly important show and very, very well done. But man, it goes to some dark places. Get past the first season, it goes to some really dark places. And then of course the Great British Bake Off is my warm fuzzy blanket on Friday nights. Yeah. Movie wise, it was a pretty slow week for me. I watched a movie called Strange Harvest, which is a fake documentary, and it was terrible. I gave it 1.5 stars. It's not a mockumentary.
I was gonna say, how is it not a mockumentary?
A mockumentary to me is funny. That's like Christopher Guest, Best in Show. This is Spinal
Right.
Tap. This is a fake documentary. They want you to think it's real. But the first time I never believed anybody in this movie at all. It's about a serial killer. But first time one of the interviewees said she was a dope bitch. I was like, yeah, this is dumb.
Oh
But I
wow,
watched it.
that's cool. They said it in the 30s.
She was so riz, Joe.
Why, let me tell you,
Yes.
that outfit you got there, that riz you got there is the bee's knees.
So that was 1.5 stars. Man, not many good movies this week.
Mm-hmm.
For terrible movies with wonderful people, we watched Dr. Giggles.
Yep.
I had never seen Dr. Giggles before.
Wow.
2 stars.
Yeah.
That movie was trying so hard to be Darkman and failing miserably.
Oh, that's right, because Dr. Giggles was the bad guy in Darkman, wasn't he?
Yeah.
In Darkman,
Larry
yes.
Drake. Yeah, Larry Drake.
He was so much better in Darkman.
They really thought they were setting up a new horror character with this movie, and they did not.
It's so flat. It's so flat the entire time. It was bad. Okay, we do have a couple of decent films. I watched Last Stop in Yuma County, which I gave 4 stars. This stars Jim Cummings, who also did is kind of an indie darling. He did Greener Grass and he did The Wolf of Snow Hollow. I've seen both of those. Greener Grass is bizarre and surreal, and I loved it. Wolf of Snow Hollow is kind of fun. But Last Stop in Yuma County is actually really good. It's about a knife salesman that stops for gas in Yuma County, but the gas station's out of gas, so he's sitting in a diner waiting for the gas truck. And this is set in probably the late 70s, early 80s. Nobody has cell phones. And 2 bank robbers come in because they're also waiting for the gas truck. And they have a bunch of money in their car. So it's actually really a tense, funny film. I actually
Things
really
happen.
enjoyed it. Yeah, things happen. Everybody's armed.
Say
It's
what
Yuma
one
County.
more time.
Easy there, honey bunny.
Yeah. And then I watched this Irish film, and I'm probably gonna mispronounce this name. It's Gaelic. Waka, which is about a home healthcare worker that goes to take care of a lady who was abducted by fairies on her wedding night.
Oh.
And has some psychological issues.
See, I thought it was the moment before Fozzie laughed.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. I'm sorry, I pre-Waka all the time. It's something that happens to a lot of bears.
It's when Fozzie was incarcerated and everyone had protests.
Attica!
3.5 stars, pretty good movie. Half of it's in Gaelic, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, it's kind of a folk horror movie. And then
oh my god! I'm sorry, Carol. Now I'm just picturing Showtime Special presents Foz. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Stop. And then for terrible movies with wonderful people, this past Sunday we watched From Justin to Kelly.
Oh, on purpose?
Dear God, I missed you were doing that.
Okay.
I didn't even see that you were doing that.
Okay, so this should be right up my alley because I have a fondness for terrible musicals, which is why I absolutely adore Can't Stop the Music and The Apple and Xanadu. This
those
was
are all
just
so
bad.
weird.
Shock treatment.
Yeah, there's nothing weird about this movie.
Yeah,
it was just everything. I think I called it aggressively mediocre. And it was very aggressively mediocre. The only song I remembered, I watched this film right before we streamed, and I couldn't remember any song except Kelly Clarkson's really just tepid rendition of Vacation. And all I could think is, I want the drug she's on, because it's literally like, vacation, all I ever wanted.
And she's an amazing singer.
She is.
Yeah, and you wouldn't know it from this movie. 1 star. It was horrible.
I
Okay,
forgot
so
that.
if you like aggressively mediocre, Jackbox Night came up with the term power middle, so it's sort of the same thing.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Wow.
I forgot that there was another song called Vacation, because all I was just thinking was Holiday Road.
Oh, yeah,
No, this was a bad Go-Go's.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not even a Go-Go's fan, but this was a bad Go-Go's. And then because I started my annual reread of The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, and The Silmarillion because Hobbit Day was the 22nd, which is Frodo and Bilbo's birthday.
Yep.
For those of you who are not familiar. And,
Nerd. Excuse me.
I know. I start my annual reread on the 22nd, and I'm just about done with The Hobbit. I'm listening to them this year because I'm doing a lot of driving. So I will probably finish up The Hobbit tomorrow and then start Fellowship of the Ring on Saturday when I'm
Nice.
driving to my brother's. And that's basically been my geeky week. It's been a pretty low-key 2 weeks for me.
Cool.
For me, well, a little bit before streaming, watch/listen to the Bands of His Majesty's Royal Marines and their Prodigy medley.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you having a stroke?
Nope, those are actual words of it. That was the thing.
And they go in that order.
Were they running around like? Didn't Prodigy do the guy running around the sewers?
That's it.
Or Train
Anyways.
Spotting, one of the two. But no, it was His Majesty's Royal Marines, their band, and they did a Prodigy medley, and I mean everything from Firestarter to Smack My Bitch Up and so on, and it was just like, oh my God, this is like the coolest. This sounds like the coolest James Bond theme song ever, because there's no lyrics or anything like that, and it's just fantastic. So yes, Billy, you should look it up and you should enjoy that. I can't remember if we finished up Foundation before last stream or not, but man, I can't wait for the next season. God, that show is so good.
It's been renewed, so
Oh, it better have. Strange New Worlds.
Pace is pretty.
What's that? Lee Pace. He is
Lee
pretty.
Pace is pretty.
You're not
and he
wrong.
builds houses. The man is perfect.
You may not have a shot with him.
No, I know. Well, he swings both ways. He swings both ways, but right now he's married to a fashion designer. He's fine.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, you sold that. You sold that completely.
Strange New Worlds, of course, is just solidifying itself as my favorite track because
It's
it is
good. It's
so good. So good. Peacemaker. Love it so much. And Billy, you're gonna start seeing some signs real soon.
Okay.
About where some of the places they go. Just saying.
Okay.
And it's
I
gonna
got
be
some sequences, you know.
it's gonna be yeah, I can't wait for it. Pretty much that, and just doing rails of acetaminophen because it's not like I can get more autistic. And that's been my geeky week.
All right, so for me, a bunch of comics. There's a Justice League Red miniseries. This is Red Tornado has stuff that the regular Justice League can't handle, so he gets, different people to do secret missions. Okay, cool. Crypto issue 3 is out, and if you like dogs, you should give Crypto a chance. It really is. It's interesting how they can actually give you the point of view of a dog in quite a few places in a way that most people can't.
Hey Billy, can I jump in real quick?
Go for it.
One thing I left off my my geeky week because I jumped down.
Dog?
I watched Superman, and it's
Did you
so,
finally?
It finally hit streaming. Oh my God, it was so
good.
damn good.
Right? It's
so
like reading
damn
a comic
good.
book.
Oh,
Hey.
So much
that
so.
sequence Lois and Mr. Terrific, that's absolutely a comic book. That's absolutely a comic book.
Oh, it was so good.
Did you know that "So is Gary" was a completely improvised line that they left in the movie?
I imagine that there was quite a
When
few
he
in
said,
there.
"Force a name," and Alan Tudyk just went, "So is Gary," and they left it in the movie because that was not. And then they credited him as Gary.
Because Tudyk is awesome.
And there is a very random small billboard advertising a cola that Nightwing it was on in his big debut thing, and it's like, is that a hint for Nightwing? Because that's a very strange thing.
But yeah, oh my god, that movie so damn good. And as Honest Trailers said it, wow, I guess I'm a crypto bro now. All right.
Oh,
So please proceed.
well, oddly enough, Superman Kryptonite Spectrum. Turns out they found new colors of kryptonite, and so Superman wants to get them and to figure out what they will do to him. And Batman is like, "Are you stupid? Just destroy it." And of course, Lex Luthor would love to have it.
Here you go. I already got a bunch of them for you. Made a little gauntlet for you. You want to wear that suit?
The one I need's right here. Absolute Series, Absolute Flash number 6 continues to tell this crazy story of how the Flash is going this time. Absolute Martian Manhunter number 6. It looks like the Martian Manhunter and John Jones are finally going to be syncing up, because it's been kind of a split personality thing happening, and it's been a very weird trip. Absolute Wonder Woman number 11 is a seriously fantastic adaptation of Wonder Woman. I'm enjoying it. And then there's something called Immortal Legend Batman that just started. And I'm like, so if you just restarted Batman for Absolute Batman, why would you do another one? And why would you do another one that's somewhat sci-fi element-ish, in which Batman in his sort of, jet-powered suit, it knows that somebody just dropped off somebody on this planet, because we're hopping planets now. Okay. And so he's looking for Bruce Wayne. Dun dun dun.
Oh.
I don't, I'll give it another shot out for 2, but I just don't know. I also read, this was 3 issues of Batman from like about a year ago. It was Joker Year 1. It tells the story of the man who basically made the Joker, helped make the Joker who he is. The fear nothing, bury everything, over-the-top psychopath that he is. And it's the guy who trained Bruce to be Batman. Because he didn't...
Ra's al Ghul?
No. He did not think... No, you're thinking of the movie. He did not think that Bruce's Batman thing is the right thing, so he decided he would make the opposite of Batman as well. So interesting. Don't know if I like, but it's interesting. I just watched the
That reminds me of Community. Do you remember that one? It's like you're the pizza burn on the roof of the mouth, your tennis elbow, you're the opposite of Batman. The biggest insult you could give someone.
Yes.
Absolutely. I just watched the first episode of Haunted Hotel.
Oh yeah.
Animated series on Netflix. Will Forte has a hotel that him and his sister are running, but it's filled with ghosts. So many ghosts, including Stabby Pete, who likes to run around and say stab to people. Stabby Pete, that's who he is. Stabby is his catchphrase. And in the first episode, the sister decides, well, if we're gonna make money off of this, she hires an exorcist to get rid of all the ghosts, except for Will Ferrell, who was also dead, and he died and left the hotel to his sister.
Oh.
Yeah, but Will Forte, her brother, is a ghost, and also don't forget Jimmy Simpson, the fantastic Jimmy Simpson. It plays Abaddon, who is a centuries-old demon in the body of a 1700s child. And and it is, and there's you've got the Booksmart, or you've got the older brother, is played by Skylar Gibosi, whatever.
Yes.
Jimmy Jimmy from Superman, and then also his little sister, who is absolutely all about the arcane, black magic, knows how to do stuff, and it's just, oh my god, it is such a fun show.
Magic.
Yeah.
And it's not the main people, but a couple people who worked on Rick and Morty put this together. So it's the first episode's pretty good. I'll definitely check out some more of it. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I finally watched Nosferatu.
I haven't seen that yet.
Wow. This movie really shows you exactly how much Nosferatu ripped off Dracula. Oh my god, did it rip off Dracula? Dear God, did it. But it's astounding how this movie is filmed in color, but big, huge sections of it really look and feel like they're in black and white. Count Orlok in this still does not look as creepy as Max Schreck in the original.
No.
He just doesn't. But he's not a nice thing to look at in the first place. Yes, Rich?
Even naked, he doesn't.
And you're talking about Nosferatu ripping off the book Dracula, right?
Oh yes.
Okay, because the
Well,
movie.
they had to change the name because the Stoker estate was suing them.
Yeah, Nosferatu: A Symphony of Horror came out in 22, and Lugosi's Batman came out in 31. Okay.
Batman?
Did I say Batman?
Go see his Batman.
He is kind of a Batman.
Robin,
Yeah.
the Batmobile.
Blah, blah, blah.
I don't say blah 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 unless I'm saying blah blah blah.
Stoker's wife successfully sued in court.
Blah, blah, blah.
Lugosi.
All copies of Nosferatu were ordered destroyed, but a few survived, which is fantastic because
Really?
not that original one is just some of the stuff that they do in that is still to this day you're like, how the hell did they do that? That's creepy.
CG.
The whole thing where he stands up like, oh no, it's so strange, but no, it's absolutely the story of Nosferatu. I enjoy this better than the Klaus Kinski version, which
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
But
not
no,
hard.
No, it's not.
Which one?
But no,
Which one had? Oh my God, why am I blanking? There was a firefight. The Green Goblin. Willem Dafoe. Which one had Willem Dafoe as?
Oh, that's Shadow of the Vampire.
Oh, okay.
That's where they're
Shadow
filming
of the-
Nosferatu,
Right.
That's pretty
that's-
cool.
Okay.
he
and they
plays Shrek.
hire him. They hire a real vampire to play the vampire in the movie. Brilliant. Loved that movie so
Yes,
much.
okay.
Did I love that movie?
That's what I thought you were talking about with the
gosh.
Klaus Kinski one. I apologize.
And then I have also watched Death of a Unicorn.
Oh, I want to see
I
that.
tried.
Oh,
Okay, I'm right off the bat. I completely understand. If you say you don't like this movie, I can totally understand. Because it does have a couple of different types of themes it's playing with and it jumps between, and I can see how that can get on some people's sides. However, I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I did. Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, he's late to a meeting, really rich guy, he's driving to his house, and they hit a unicorn. And she touches the horn and starts to see weird, trippy, crazy shit. And he thinks that she's having some kind of spasm or what the hell ever, and starts bashing the unicorn's head in with a tire iron because it's basically dead anyway. And then they go to the guy's house, and the rich guy is played by Richard Grant, I do believe. Yeah, and they're in there, and he's doing the pitch, the sales pitch, trying to make this all work together. And then his car starts shaking, and people ask him, "Sir, is there something in your car?" So it gets a little strange. It did not go in places I thought it was going to. I did not realize that there would be satire of capitalism involved in a story about unicorns. I did not see that part coming, but I was pleasantly surprised by it. And I promise you, if you watch this movie, you will never, ever again in your life look at unicorns the same way. Will not. It's not possible.
I don't really after the Legends of Tomorrow episode.
Oh yeah,
as
that
well.
was a good one. That was a good one.
So yeah, still looking for another really cool, crazy show to catch my attention. But like I've got Haunted Hotel, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I guess all of us were a little slack this past 2 weeks, but that's fine. Resting and relaxation is really.
Nobody wants to hear about your week.
So let's just move on.
The wonderful Billy Flynn looks at what Chad and Abby are up to now. If you know what TV show they're on this week, you could win yourself a prize. It's your Further Adventures of Chad and Abby update.
Chad wins a railroad in a card game. Choo-choo! And everyone tries to take the railroad away from him. Chad tries to deliver a herd of horses while the bad guy of the week tries to stop him. A woman demands marriage as payment for the release of a killer. So her situation isn't changing much. Chad hires 4 former Confederates who turned rowdy and disturbed the peace. Kind of like they want to start a war or something. Chad has a fight to the death with an Apache who killed 5 of his employees. Now Chad's a tough guy. He can handle things. He once beat up the son of Sinbad. He lived through the Death Valley days, and if he's in a pinch, he'll just get help from his friend Melvin Purvis G-Man. That's what happens when you are the strong stallion. When you are the resounding hop along. And I can't think of a third one, so we'll just deal with that and let it be that.
Don't you have a letter to read or something?
Chad and Abby forever. Yes!
That was the weirdest episode of Ponderosa ever.
So about 19 years ago, I became a father of twins. That meant a lot of long walks with the baby stroller, sleepless nights, and so on. So I needed entertainment to keep me awake, and I stumbled onto something quite new, something called podcasts? Nobody knew what I was talking about, and it was a bit difficult. You had to connect your MP3 player to a PC and download the program, but you can get all kinds of wonderful things that was not possible to access in the Danish radio waves. And I found this show for geeks. And there was daily TV listings, there was a fit club, there was a day in history, all kinds of fun, geeky stuff. This month, my kids moved out of the house, and it was at the end of an era, and I sat in silence thinking about it. and it hit me that one of the few constant things in my life while my kids lived at home was GRD. So thank you for your work and for being there as a steady rock in my little geeky world. Make mine GRD. That is from Jesper. Oh my God, Jesper, dude.
Aw.
Man, you reached down and you touched a brother hard.
I mean,
Wow.
pardon me if I'm silly, but tears started to well as I was reading that because like, oh my God, because we've been doing this for a long flipping time.
2008.
We've met a lot of folks and all kinds of stuff. So there you go.
Jeez.
I am not always good at guessing where Chabby are, so I would like to thank you for the massive hint you gave us last week. I can confidently say that Chad and Abby are on Baker's dozen. At least that's the word on the street. I also agree that the 70 Salem
No, they weren't. I'm kidding.
Hold on, this gets better. I also agree the 70 Salem's Lot is the best. It's a good story and anyone should be able to make a really good version of it. And you think they could do a better Orlok? Orlok? I'm sorry. I'm still thinking Nosferatu. Barlow. At least it was better than the damn sequel. Keep on geeking. That's from Devin. Well, yes. This new remake of Salem's Lot was better than Return to Salem's Lot with Michael Moriarty. Okay. And you know what? A lot of people gave us correct answers for Chad and Abby being on Baker's dozen because, as it turns out, last week when I was putting the notes together, I put something in the wrong place. And when I said to everybody that last week the show they were on, I said this week's show. So I gave everybody the answer last week.
I have done that before at trivia.
So I did not do that tonight. So by all means, if you have any idea where it is tonight, drop us a note at podcast@geekradiodaily.com, or of course a voicemail text message to the magic numbers of
510 GRD crew.
I'm just saying this time, you have lesser of a chance of winning because we got a lot of right answers. A ton even. So yeah, kick back, relax, and we'll see what other silly things that I can do in the immediate future. You never know what they might be, but I bet you that they'll be interesting all the same.
Okay, guys, I found him. John, what are you doing?
I'm just playing around with some of the features on my editing program.
Look, John, this is a podcast, not a TV show. Why don't you just keep it simple this time?
I keep it simple.
No, you don't. We had a perfectly good show with news, reviews, and a roundtable discussion, and you kept turning it into a circus. The alien attack for a season finale? The live episodes? The musical?
I never got to do the musical.
And you won't either. For the love of God, how many times do you want this show to jump the shark? But keep it simple.
Simple.
Yeah, man, don't mess around with what works.
All right. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Hopeless. Absolutely hopeless.
The Chronic Rift is a podcast based on the popular New York public access television show of the 90s. We deliver news, reviews, and interviews while discussing the latest in science fiction, fantasy, horror, and comic art. For bios, blogs, podcast archive, and general information, visit us on the web at chronicrift.com. The Chronic Rift is a Lucky Shot production.
It's Thursday night, and the podcast is just an extended argument about whether hot dogs are sandwiches, but everyone has to talk in pirate voices. Come play Jackbox with Geek Radio Daily on Friday night, and maybe Flynn will whisper ominously, "Someone left the cake out in the rain."
That's a tragedy. By the way, I did forget, tomorrow night we are playing Jackbox. Next Thursday we're playing Mario Kart, and not this Sunday, but next Sunday we'll be doing another episode of Dickie Didn't See It, and this time we're watching Scream. Because he hasn't seen Scream. Holy God. Wow. And I'm like, there's 25 other horror movies you should watch before watching Scream, but I guess we'll jump into it. And I completely forgot to tell everybody that the good folks at feedspot.com put out their list of the 100 best geeky podcasts, and we're 41, baby! Woo!
We're 41! We're 41!
Hot damn, that's right. That's
But
right.
if only we had been 42.
We could make it. I know, we could make it to 42.
I would have been fine if we'd slid back about 28 or so.
I knew you were going to do that. You're a bad man.
I'm not wearing any pants. Film at 11.
Geek News!
Take a look at the world from a geeky point of view.
Hot dogs or tacos? A woman's Grand Theft Auto session turned into reality when a car being chased by police smashed into her home while she was mid-game. Emma Graves, 44, from Leeds, was playing GTA on her PlayStation when chaos erupted just feet from where she sat. Graves explained she had been evading police in-game when she suddenly heard engines revving, screeching brakes, then multiple impacts outside her flat. The car hit 3 others, tore through mine and my neighbor's fencing, and crashed into my bedroom wall just feet from where I was sitting, she recalled. If it had been even slightly worse, I wouldn't be here to tell you this. It was not funny at the time, but it was afterwards. Well, as most traumatic things are. Boy, I tells you, there's nothing worse than when I'm playing FIFA and the neighborhood kids kick a soccer ball into my windshield, Pac-Man, and an exorcist busts down my bathroom door, or when I'm playing Sea of Thieves and the East India Trading Company boards my porch and fires a cannonball through my dining room window.
God, I hate that.
If I had a nickel, I'd have 17 cents.
Damn, that's a good game. That's a very realistic game.
Mm-hmm. All right, Velma, you're up next.
Well, we're not talking about the orange. We're talking about... No, keep going.
Yeah, okay. So,
look like a sexy pumpkin.
No, you're all done. I thought you were going to continue with that lady's really, really realistic game of Grand Theft Auto. Call me Velma because I'm wearing orange.
Yeah.
That's not why I called you.
Because I'm sexy and in glasses?
Yeah, you got some...
that's it exactly.
You got some nice jinkies, girl. What's up?
Come get a Scooby snack.
I have if you remind me of that, I have a funny story related to that after the show.
Okay. See, this is why I got to be part of the podcast, the Patreon thing.
So, but I can't tell about it.
I'll go next. In 1987, surrealistic filmmaker David Lynch paid $560,000 for a 3-bedroom Hollywood Hills home designed by Lloyd Wright, Frank Lloyd Wright's son. Now the sprawling compound the late director went on to assemble around the house is on sale for $15 million.
15?
8 months after the Twin Peaks creator died at age 78, leaving behind a gaping wound in my heart and an avant-garde body of work so distinct that his surname has become an adjective, his Los Angeles property has hit the market. The compound, which features around 7 buildings, the compound features around 7 buildings. One of cinema's most celebrated auteurs, Lynch has made a name for himself with experimental and bizarre films. He was also a musician, cartoonist, photographer, sculptor, and furniture designer. He's altered and designed numerous aspects of the property. The designer's fans may recognize one of the property's brutalist exteriors from Lost Highway, his 1997 neo-noir film. Another building on the estate served as Lynch's personal film studio, featuring an editing room, a screening room, and a library. Oh, and my thing has disappeared. God, I hate ads on newspaper articles. I hate them. You keep moving it up and down, up and down, up and down. The expansive compound was Lynch's primary residence for decades. It was also where he filmed his Weather Report series, which he shared on YouTube throughout the first years of the COVID-19 pandemic, and I watched every single last one of those. The whole space is just pleasing. Gives me a good feeling, Lynch once said. It affects my whole life to live inside of it. And then sometimes I see things, shapes or something, and we go inside of it, and it leads to furniture or film. If you want to tour the facility, you have to pre-qualify with the realtors. So yeah, don't think you can just go and take a walking tour of the property.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And I am putting up a GoFundMe for the $15 million to purchase the place. So please donate heavily. So if you want a little piece of history, go buy David Lynch's property.
And I promise you I'm not haunting it much.
Oh, he can haunt it. I'll take it. I'll pay $16 million if he haunts it.
Wow. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Right here.
She's going to be losing her glasses all over the place.
Jinkies.
Well, that's one decision you could make. But what about a total game where you can make all of the decisions that you want in the Star Trek universe on Voyager? So You are the captain, the crew, whatever, of the USS Voyager, playing to tackle one of the most infamous decisions ever made in Star Trek. So we're very excited to see the announcement of this game, Star Trek Voyager. It's called Across the Unknown, a new survival game from Daedalic Entertainment and Game Excite that tasks you with charting the USS Voyager's journey home from the Delta Quadrant as you repair the ship, in the wake of the event that flung it 70,000 light years across space. And you can make your own decisions from the captain's chair about where to go, who to fight, and who's on your crew. And yes, that does mean you will be able to decide whether or not there is justice for Tuvix. As part of the new gameplay trailer that we've seen, they actually will be showing structure of space combat to how players will be able to build out the interior of Voyager itself as they see fit, and gawk at a cross section of the ship filled with the crew going about their day-to-day business.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a brief glimpse in the gameplay of how decision making on away missions will play out as players leverage the skills of the crew they decided to bring on an assignment to pass skills checks or persuade arguments to go in your favor. And yes, you get a tease of some of the big changes you can make to Voyager's journey home, as we saw on the show. Hilariously, it looks like you'll be able to attempt to get back to the Alpha Quadrant almost immediately by not destroying the Caretaker's array, as Janeway did in the pilot. If the game lets you end in a run in record time like that, well, that's fun. But obviously, you'd then have to boot it all up again to actually play the game for an extended period of time. But it'll be the other choice teased here that has people excited. Yes, you can choose whether to separate Tuvix back to Tuvok and Neelix after the transporter accident that created him. There's no way a game like Across the Universe wouldn't have let us make that decision, of course, but it's still good to see it laid out here so you can finally put to bed for themselves what has been one of the longest running debates about Janeway's captaincies. It'll be interesting to see if deleting the wife will become an important decision when your Voyager gets around to building a 19th century Irish village on the holodeck. It still doesn't have a release window. But aside from being available, you can wish list it on Steam for PC. It has been confirmed that the game will come to Xbox Series S and X as well as PS5. So, if you're into that and really liked Voyager, which I know a lot of us did, you'll get to make the decisions that you think Janeway should have made in the first place in the new game.
Will you be able to get?
Will the holodeck just break down every other week?
Right.
Every other time you log in, the holodeck's broken.
You have,
as we know, it does take a huge amount of power.
You have to, and this is the most important thing in most of these games, you always have to have somebody assigned to squeegee the holodeck. That's the most important thing. Certainly, of course, if you have the options of bringing 1 through 6 and 7 of 9.
I mean, can you just sleep with Q and go home in the first season?
Depends on your performance, I guess.
I suppose so. For decades, Stan Lee was the king of comic conventions. And now, 7 years after his death, he'll once again be a presence at LA Comic-Con as a hologram.
Hologram? Oh, no.
What?
It's a hologram that will use AI so you can have conversations with Stan Lee. And it could be the real Stan Lee if you're a true believer. Fans will be able to speak with the hologram at the Stan Lee Experience section of the con. 1,500-foot enclosed booth, which costs about $15 to $20 to enter, depending on whether or not you buy tickets ahead of time, and why wouldn't you? And like meeting a celebrity, getting autographs, there will be paid opportunities to take photos with the hologram or have a 3-minute one-on-one conversation with it. Pay to take pictures with a hologram? That sounds like a no prize to me. We'll never put words in his mouth that aren't in line with things he spoke about in his lifetime, said Bob Saboni, head of Stan Lee Legacy Programs for Cartoon Studios and a former Marvel executive. Fortunately, with decades of footage capturing his thoughts on so many subjects, we can build a voice that stays true, not always word for word, but always faithful in spirit, context, and intent. Unfortunately, it won't stop talking about how goddamn great Stripperella was. The hologram hails from Proto Hologram, the company that recently helped launch an interactive mirror from The Conjuring in 47 malls, as well as Hyperreal, a company known for creating realistic avatars. According to the organizers, the Lee hologram may also pop up in different parts of the convention as a surprise, perhaps to introduce a top-tier panel or two.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Now Stan Lee can continue to hawk Marvel stuff from beyond the grave. And weird as it is, I don't think he would have minded at all. I mean, if you could have asked if it was a good idea, more of Stan Lee for all of perpetuity, I'm pretty sure he would have said, Excelsior! GRD is licensed Creative Commons attribution, non-commercial, non-derivative works, 963 for the license. Check us out on Facebook, on Twitter, on the website, Geek Room, baby.
I would only want to ask him, how scared were you when PG Holyfield went up and told you to piss off when you came up and complained as your party was too loud?
Hey, is the thing's dork rock, or is it just... Hey, drop us a note, won't you? It's podcast at geekradiodaily.com. Of course, you can send a voicemail or text message to the magical numbers of...
GRD.
That'll work. And seriously, someone try the phone. We're still trying to figure out if that's an actual thing or not. It's so weird. So weird. Catch it.
What do you think? It stinks.
This has been the saddest excuse for entertainment I've ever seen.
Oh my God, look at this place. It's like a museum of failure.
Next customer.
Can I get a kiss meal?
Huh? What was that, sir?
Can I get a kiss meal?
Speak up. There's a lot going on here, honey.
Can I get a kid's meal?
I don't see no kids.
Yeah, I don't have a kid with me. I'm gonna eat it.
Well, only a kid can order a kid's meal.
That's not true. I know that's not true.
Oh, yeah, it is. Only a kid can order it.
So a kid has to wait in line and order a kid's meal. A kid can't get an adult meal?
Look here, sir. You have to be 14 or younger to get a kid's meal. I've just been made day manager, and I didn't get that title by handing out discounted meals.
Look, you don't have to be a kid to get a kid's meal, okay? Do you have to be a Band of Holyfield to get the champ? Okay, do you have to be chubby checker to get the chubby decker? Do you need to have a long foot to... That one doesn't translate, but you know, this is ridiculous, okay? Can I just please get a kid's meal? Can I get a cup for water?
Sure. Here you are.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Is that from Atlanta?
Atlanta, baby, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got to go back and finish watching that.
God, I
got
love
a
Atlanta.
couple
So
episodes in, and then some other stuff came up, and just haven't gotten back to it.
Oh, dude, it's very, very, very much worth your time to take that trip. Oh my God, it's so good.
Oh, 100%.
So good.
Oh, and the last thing that I'll say before I shut down the stream is Jimmy Kimmel. I never really was a fan of a show. His comedy wasn't really my kind, but I'm glad he's back because that was some bullshit. It was all because Joe Trump got hurt in his fee-fees.
And Roseanne, if you give me your number, I'll explain very carefully to you how it's a completely different situation.
Well, she thinks he's one of the elites that drinks baby chrome out of drinks adrenochrome out of like a baby head with
he does
straw
like
in it.
pizza, so
yeah. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys, and we will see you guys all in a couple
see you this week. I didn't look up the date.